Good morning, good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. How are y'all doing this afternoon, rather? My name is Sharice Johnson Moore, and welcome to Let's Talk Sunday. It is my pleasure and honor to be in your presence. I just want to say hello to everyone. My name is Sharice Johnson Moore, your hope builder, lifting you out of your sorrow by guiding you to see the Christ within through scripture and practical applications. Today, we are here to talk about loving yourself is self care. Loving yourself is self care. Okay, that's just totally it. Because we all talk about, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna go on vacation, and we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna do something. But when it comes to self-care, it is very important that we carry out those things that we say we're gonna do. Because it's good for our mental, our physical well-being. It is good for all of those things that are for us to do. Okay. Loving yourself means that you take care of you. Take care of your environment and your space and your peace of mind, right? And sometimes, for us nurturers as women that we are, sometimes it is hard for us to back away from things when we are so into that zone of nurturing our children, nurturing our husbands, nurturing everything and everyone around us. And we have become, excuse me about what I'm about to say, control freaks. Okay. And we had this propensity to not want to the give up what we think we are doing in the betterment of others. Okay. Like, I give you an example. I have this propensity to want to control everything around me and the people too. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. No, sit here and lie. Okay. And the thing is, I had to learn how to let go of a lot of things. We have to learn how to let go of a lot of things that we don't have no control over, because we're really not in control of anything. It is God that is in control of everything that is going on in our lives. And we have to have that we have to have that we have to nurture our power, nurture our strength, and learn how to let people, places, and things go. So that's a part of loving yourself. Loving yourself means, okay, if this person wants to go off, you could talk to you blue in the face, child. Talk to yourself to you blue in the face. And you could talk to your children, or talk to your loved ones, or talk to your significant other, or things like that. And sometimes we blue in our face. Okay. And we can advise our children, but after a while, you realize that you cannot control every aspect of their lives, because they have to grow into being who God wanted them to be. And that was one of my things. I had to learn how to let go of my children and let go of I had to let go of me trying to control everything with them. And I think that came from, well, I was absent in their lives when they were younger. And I had to learn. I said, you know what? I can't, I just, when you learn how to let go and let people do what they do, it leaves a lot of stress off of you. It relieves a lot of stress off of you. And we have to let go of stress, anxiety, depression, um, suicidal thoughts, uh, just negative energy. Negative energy. Sometimes we want to nurture everybody around us, and we see that they have a little negativity going on with how they act or what they say or what they do, and you can't control nobody else. You can't. Ain't no need of trying. There is a thing of things. Hey, you control how you pay your bills. You can control how you live your life. You can control a lot of things when you learn how to let go and let God lead you. Loving yourself is self care. Why did I pick this topic for this morning? Because, child, I have had a time, and I had to learn. Each one of us had to learn that self care means going to the doctor when you're supposed to get the mammogram, the pep smears, um, uh, eyes. Your optometrist if you wear glasses. If your body start aching, go get that checked out. If you start, go get that. It means even taking care of the inside, because if you don't take care of your insides, it will have your body all tore up. Okay. And what I mean by that, okay, drinking. Drinking alcohol, drinking beer, drinking. It tears up our liver, our pancreas, our bladder. Drinking has side effects to it where we don't realize what's going on inside our bodies. We like to drink, we like to we want to consume, and sometimes we are consuming too much alcohol for the sake of drowning out our issues or problems that we are dealing with in our life, and we want to numb ourselves up, whether it be drugs or alcohol. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was not one of those people. Okay. Yes, I was one of those people that consumed drugs and alcohol. But my thing is, after a while, I was like, let me tell y'all something. I was like, where my money at? It woke me. I kind of got that wake up call after my mother passed. And I realized I was like, I was 40 years old then, and 45, 44, something like that. And I'm realizing I wasted 40 something years sitting around wasting my money on things that I could have been doing something else with it, like college fund, or just saving money, or having my own car, or things of that nature. Things that now I'm trying to, how could I say this? How could I say this? Where I feel like I should be further along, but I'm not, because of other things that I let take place in my life where I was not willing to let go. And sometimes it has to do with loving yourself. Self care means it fixing your mindset as well. Where do your thoughts go? Where do you keep your thoughts? You gotta come up with some positivity. That's why I always say, you know, I was revamping some of my social media apps, and I had to realize a lot of stuff. I didn't a lot of stuff on your apps, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, things like that, is also a part of self care, where you don't want a bunch of negativity on your pages. Because sometimes when we being emotional women, we get to the point where we get upset about other people's stuff. Be like, why am I getting upset about this post? And this post ain't got nothing to do with me. Why do I get upset when how could I say this? when things aren't as they seem, as uh the way we think about way they should be, or the way they could be, or why isn't this person doing this and that. It's about mindset. And sometimes we have to learn how to let go of things that we have no control over. Back to the social media apps. Well, I mean, I had to take in the perspective of what I wanted to see on my pages. Self care also means blocking out negative things, like negative posts, negative comments, negative viewpoints, just negativity. And that comes with people, places, and things, and I don't hang out with the same people I used to hang out with. I really stopped hanging out with people because it just wasn't my cup of tea. And I had, and you realize this when you start loving yourself. You start thinking about who you hang around with as well. Who do you have in your circle? Who do you have conversation with? Who do you have any relationship with? Who do you have? And it's like, okay, that's not a part of what I want to be about. Even when you change your mindset, you change your environment and you change who is in your circle. So, you know, when I sat down and started writing my book, Coming to Loving Yourself, when I sat down, started writing this book, I really decided to let go of all that stuff, let go of all that stuff that was holding me down, holding me hostage. I was holding on to grudges. I was holding on to um past pain. I was holding on to all this stuff that I didn't think people was, things people had done to me, things I didn't do for myself. I had a pity party. It's a lot in this. It's a lot in this book that I had to let go of in order to grow into the person God wanted me to be. And I want to share. I want to share. I want to share my book with you, and you can always find it on my website, www.sharicenjohnsonmoore.com. And you can also find the workbook. I have a workbook for this. I have a workbook that goes with the first book. And it is a workbook that helps you work out, to help you get back to the things that you love and cherish in your life. Okay. In the book, you can learn how to hit the ball out the ballpark, learn how to get back on track in your life if you jump the tracks, learn practical steps to increase your courage and gain confidence. So, this set, I want to say this set here, I don't know if you can see it. This set here is available on my website, www.sharicenjohnsonmoore.com. It is available today for those that um, want to purchase the books. And I decided, I decided that even loving myself in my business was very important. And at first I wasn't, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna sell these books. Go ahead, sell these books. I make a lot of money, da 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 da. And then God said, that ain't why I asked you to write the book. That's not why I asked you to write the book. I asked you to write the book to share your story so you can save somebody else's life. So he changed my mind and he changed my spirit and the way I approach, the way I would, interact and sell my book to the public. And I wanted to say, yes, it has changed my life drastically. And I wanted to say that I appreciate all those that have or will purchase my books. I thank you so much for all of you that have purchased my books. I also wanted to say that when you change your mind about the things that's going on in your life, God changes a lot of what's going on around you. And I'm not going. I'm not. I'm not the type of person to sit around and brag, but I want to just let you know how good God is. He took a sinner, he took a wretch like me, started me over again. And he started first with the book. Then he gave me ideas about producing, about doing live programs, morning word and worship. If you know, it goes back in time. Morning word and worship and and other programs that I have developed. All those ideas came from God. See, that's how you come. Another part of loving yourself is incorporating a higher power than you. Not the outside, not your cousin, not your aunties, not none of them. You have to have a personal relationship with God. That's where you can start. And I tell you how I start. After I had those three deaths in my life, it changed my whole mindset, changed my whole structure. What I was supposed to do with my life. And I started with reading my Bible every day. That's another thing you can incorporate. Read your Bible, meditate, or exercise. Do something when you get out the bed in the morning that is productive. Don't lay in the bed all day. Get up. I don't care if it's just washing your walls in your house. I'm just giving this an example. Do something that is active every day. That will change your whole outlook on what's going on because like the song says, it says tragedies are commonplace, all kinds of diseases, people are slipping away, economy's down, people don't get enough pay. But as for me, all I can say is thank you, Lord. And thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. Look at all the stuff God has done for you in your life. I look back over my life and see where I've been. And I look at how God has blessed me with so many things in my life. And it is a thing of look at what God has given you. Look at everything that you have endured in your life to have an understanding of loving yourself is so important. Loving yourself. And sometimes we as women aren't taught that about loving ourselves. What I did learn from my grandmother, I learned about money and I learned about taking care of others. And I learned about paying bills on time. That's what I learned. I learned some lessons from her. But those are some of the main lessons I learned from her. How to take care of somebody else, because that's what I saw through her whole life when she raised me from a baby. Is I want to take care of somebody else. I want to take care of somebody else. I want to take care of this person. I want to take care of that person. And then she neglected herself. She she neglected herself, and I would see that, and it was like, wow, well, bills came first, but she came for herself last. And loving yourself does not consist of putting yourself last. You have to, when your feelings hurt, speak up. When you don't feel like things aren't, when things aren't right with you and a person's relationship, solve that. Sometimes you can sit down and gain a lot of peace from stop holding grudges, stop being mad all the time about everything, because that'll run your blood pressure up. Go to the doctor. You might need to change your diet. Loving yourself is enough to know, well, look, enough is enough for me, and I have had enough. other, sometimes it comes from other, we've been trained in the mind that we accept other people's abuse as well. And that means that we have to change our minds on that too. We don't have to accept anybody's abuse. We don't have to accept anybody talking to us sideways. We don't have to accept being disrespected as women. And we certainly don't have to put up with no physical abuse, okay? You know, if and I say this because I have been there, done that. Because what I'm really understanding is other people had issues and they want to put their problems off on you, and they're so mad that's why they become abusive, because they want to take their pain out on you because of what they're missing, or what they didn't experience in their childhood, what they didn't get in their childhood. And a lot of children grow up to be abusive adults. But we have to understand, look, another part of loving yourself is self-care. Is, look, I don't know how to take that from you. And we as women have to learn that we deserve respect. We deserve to be respected because we do so much for everybody else, and there's nothing wrong with wanting respect for yourself from others. Okay, like I said, loving yourself is self-care. It means so much when you take out time and you read your word, or you even make time for to have quiet time, and slow down for a minute. And that's another thing that I understand us as women. We so busy running here, running to church, running to this program, running to, and then we done ran around, and we exhausted. We are exhausted because we are so busy trying to keep moving. Even after retirement, or you may have a regular job, and you're in the church, and you're on this board and you're on that board. Stop. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but don't put too much on your plate if you can't eat everything there. My grandma used to say that all the time. Don't get your eyes, how she say it. Don't let your eyes be bigger than your stomach, because sometimes we also have to do this assessment of when people call you to do this and people calling you to do that. No, no, no. And you know, um, I was so used to being asked to sing, to this, to that, to help me do this, and I had to learn how to say no. Learn how to say no, and don't get offended when you ask for something and God gives it to you. Don't be offended when God blesses you with something that you asked for and He gives it to you. What I mean by that is, I pray to God that you guide me in what I should do. Guide me in what I should say, how I should act, how I should feel. Guide me in all the aspects of my life. And what I mean by that is, I learned how to say no. I had to start praying over things before I accepted them into my spirit. And until I had to, until I accepted doing the thing I was asked to do. And I said, God, if it's not what you want of me, let me know. If that don't have nothing to do with me, let me know. And God has let me know a lot of things. He's opened my eyes to a lot of things, where as far as my singing is concerned. Okay, you singing, okay, all right. And a lot of things in my business per se, with people not asking me to do stuff. Okay, cool. What am I get upset for? That's what's wrong. Another thing that we take on is that when we have these businesses and people not calling us and people not, maybe they just ain't for you. That's another part of loving yourself, is learning you ain't for everybody. You're not for everybody, and you're not for everybody to accept. You're not for everybody to accept you. So don't get mad. Don't get upset. Don't get, oh, I said I'm mad. No, because you're wasting energy and time to be doing something else. Learn that today. Learn that today, that it's okay that everything ain't for you. Just because you an accountant don't mean you're gonna get everybody on Facebook or Twitter or TikTok or whatever. If you're advertising, that don't mean everybody's not for everybody. You have to accept that in your life. And when it is time for you to, God will send you the people. See, that's another thing we have to learn about self-care. God will send you the people that He wants in your life to 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 bring you joy and peace, and happiness and love. We gotta learn the difference between love and leeching. Love and leeching. Love and leeching. We gotta learn the difference between that. Where love and leeching just not gonna work out. Love and leeching is not. Okay? I'll get on that topic another day, but I'm just gonna put this out here. You gotta learn the difference between love and leeching. Okay? Love is support. What do you need? They're coming to you saying, look, okay, and it's a reciprocated relationship. It ain't always about, oh, what can you do for me? How can you give me? How can I benefit out of this? It's not leeching. Self-care. Self-care is about mutual respect, mutual concern, mutual participation in a relationship, whether it be friendship, business, associates, whatever, pray tell. Okay, that's another part of self-care. We got to learn the difference between love and leeching. Okay, so I just want to give you all those few little pointers of loving yourself is self-care. And I wanted to say thank you for everyone showing up and watching, loving, watching this episode of Loving Yourself is self-care for Let's Talk Sunday. And I want to remind you that you can get Coming to Loving Yourself autobiography inspirational book about my life. And I wrote this book for the purpose of saving someone else's life and letting them know that God is still in control of your life. He ain't through with you yet. And don't give up on you. Don't give up on yourself. And stay in a positive place, positive mindset, positive environment. If the environment is not for you, it ain't for you. Okay. You can find my book and the workbook on my website, www.ShariceNJohnsonMoore.com/shop. And I greatly appreciate you. If you missed the sale last month, oh my God, child. Anyway, it was a sale last month because of my birthday. But we in a new month and it's a new time. And I have marked my workbook down to $20. I marked the workbook down to $20. Okay, babies, because I just wanted to, and that's my business. Okay, so I love y'all, and I pray that y'all have a blessed day with everything that's going on in your lives as of the day. And I wanted to say thank you so much for coming to Let's Talk Sunday. All right, babies. I want y'all to have a nice day. Bye, babies. Talk to y'all later.